Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Michael Horn, up here in the broadcast booth, just about to get ready to go for the Fred Dreyer Show. Our producers in place, Corey Marino, JD, Jeremy Dayton, waiting for the star of our show to get ready to go, and I believe Michael James is getting ready to make the announcement here to get him ready on the field. I think right now, let's take it over to the PA announcer.
Ladies and gentlemen, now joining his show, the all-pro defensive end, the acting legend, the icon of broadcasting, ladies and gentlemen, number 89, Fred Dreyer.
Fantastic. It's a great ovation, and I think it's really incredible that you could put this together as a production team. It's really amazing.
Boy, that was something, Fred. They really they're loving you on the field today.
Boy, I may tell you something. And what is there? Must be at least 3,000 or 4,000 people here.
We actually released Jeremy Dayton from the broadcast booth and had him go down to the field to kind of put his arms up, and get it going. But we got lots to talk about here today, Fred. It's Super Bowl weekend, and we put this show together. I'm going to mention this right up top, usually midweek. So, we're not going to talk about odds or anything. We're just going to kind of talk about football in general. And we got the master of the mystique, and we're talking Fred Dreyer here. And how's your week going? First off, Fred, is this when you were playing? Was there was it kind of crazy leading up to a week before the Super Bowl? If you were in it, and Super Bowl 14, which you were.
Well, what happened? My experience was you have a real rush of time leading up to the kickoff. And it starts right around midweek, which, I think we're approaching. And it's really one of the fantastic things about the sport is that there's only two teams playing, you're one of them.
That's it. We're going to find out a little bit more here. Don't forget, you can email Fred Dreyer, freddryer@crntalk.com. Again, Fred Dreyer, Dryer, at crntalk.com. We're on Sirius XM channel 203, 967, 790 KABC, our flagship Sports Byline Radio Network, CRN Talk Radio Network, and of course our podcast. Anywhere you like your podcast, just search the Fred Dreyer Show or dial pound 250 when the call is answered. Say, find my podcast, and then say the Fred Dreyer Show. We'll be back.
Progressive knows RV owners like to travel at a nice, relaxing pace. Just like this commercial. They're not rushing to a departure gate at the airport because they depart from their driveway. And they can relax even more knowing they're protected by Progressive. Now here comes the fast part. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
If you love the sound of Motown, you'll love this show. As the showroom at South Point presents Human Nature. Back to the sound of Motown. February 20th to the 22nd. Tickets at the box office, online at southpointcasino.com or charged by phone 702-797-8055. Human Nature. Back to the sound of Motown at the South Point.
Hi, everyone. Super Bowl champ Vernon Davis here from Legal Help Center. If you've been injured in an accident and think you deserve compensation, listen up, because we have legal professionals standing by right now to answer your questions for free. You can find out if you have a case and how much it's potentially worth. The call is free, the consultation is free, and you can speak with a live agent right now. So if you or someone you know were injured in an accident of any kind, call now to find out if you have a case and how much you could potentially get.
Thanks, Vernon. You heard it, folks. If you've been injured, call and find out how much you qualify for. Call 800-340-5200. That's 800-340-5200. 800-340-5200. Advertisement sponsored by Legal Help Center. May not be available in all states. Not available in California.
Looking for a pharmacy that truly understands your unique health needs? At Integrity Compounding, we go beyond the ordinary. We specialize in creating custom compounded medications for patients of all ages and even your furry friends. Whether you need solutions for pain management, sports medicine, natural hormone replacement, dermatology, veterinary care, even ivermectin, our expert pharmacists tailor every formula with precision and care. For over 25 years, we've been trusted by major professional sports leagues and the U.S. Olympic Committee to deliver top-tier compounded medications. All our compounds require a doctor's prescription, and we proudly serve patients and physicians across California. And with our mail order service, we're just a phone call away. Stop by Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. or give us a call at 855-826-6768. 855-826-6768. At Integrity Compounding, your health is our priority. Integrity Compounding, personalized care, better outcomes. 855-826-6768. Welcome back, and now your starting lineups here on the Fred Dreyer Show. Man known around the building as producer, sports director extraordinaire, Corey Marino is here. The man who has a special connection with the good man above, J.D. Jeremy Dayton. I'm Michael Horn, number 11, but the star of our show is front and center, number 89, the all-pro defensive end, the acting legend, the football legend, the one and only Fred Dreyer. And let's get into it. It's Super Bowl week. And Fred, leading up to the Super Bowl, let's go back to Super Bowl, 14? That was the one you were in at the Rose Bowl.
Yep.
Is it a different week in preparation than it is in the normal season? I mean, you play all season long, and it comes down to one game to see who's going to have the championship. What do you do that's the same? What do you do that's different?
Well, you do the things that are necessary within the call sheet of getting a game plan together, finding out whose responsibilities are what, and it's the easiest week of the year in one regard, and it's also the most intensified week because you're sitting around waiting for the clock to tick off. You know, everybody wants to play the game. You tell the schedulers, look, just don't give us a week off. Just give us like 3 or 4, like it would be a Monday night football game, you know, where they just cut the preparation time in half and then get out there and go at it. And I think most people would respect that. But at the same time, the people who are injured want as much time as they can get to get well.
So it's a time for those injured to get well. If you're as close to 100% as you can be, you say it's easy and it's difficult. The difficult is just waiting for the game to start. Is that it? The easy part is going through the regular motion that you would do in preparation for a game?
Yeah, it's much of it is busy work and it's boring. But everyone knows that you have to have it, you have to do it, because you're working together to get a good game plan, and you know that with any good luck, because that's what you need, any good luck, and you could be the world champions, you know.
Now, you played the Pittsburgh Steelers. You were on the Los Angeles Rams. You played at the Rose Bowl in Super Bowl 14. So, in your experience, let's talk about that game, but even when you're playing on the road, how important is it, in this case, maybe to have home field advantage? Maybe there's more Ram fans than there were Pittsburgh Steeler fans. Does that pump you up some more? Does it take you down? How big a role does the fan play in the game?
Well, if it's your fans, then like L.A., you didn't have to worry about any of this stuff, who's traveling, the home and away team, the home and away crowd. You just realize that most of this stuff is there's going to be 110,000 people there, and they're going to be yelling and screaming. Most of the people have bets on the game. They're going to be yelling and screaming, and one thing leads to another, and it's quite a spectacle. And they play it in the right around 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon, so they plan for sunset during the first half of the game. Then when you come out for the second half of the game, the fact of the matter is you're playing almost in a different environment.
Different shadows and things of that nature.
Yeah, and it's one of the things that's very odd. I liked it in a way, but for the most part, I just wish we could just, stop maybe send it up to about 2 o'clock in the afternoon and then shut the clocks off and let everybody go at it,
You always say the game is won or lost at the line of scrimmage. Once you line up there, do you tune out the fans, or are you aware? Like, let's say in your game back in Super Bowl 14, you guys would. You looked around in the fans and you said, like guys like Johnny Carson were there. A lot of people that didn't show up on the regular season got a ticket so they could say, I'm at the big game. I'm going to see what's going on. Do you have that on your mind? Does that stay on your mind that you're playing in front of more celebrity, more, people of that nature? Or is it just a regular game for you as far as the fans go?
Well, it's kind of like an interesting reminder that even the famous people have bad seats.
They were in the end zone, I think you said, weren't they?
Yeah, they were. Johnny Carson was down behind the first first base bench, and he was looking around with his binoculars. I don't know what the hell he was looking at.
Well,
but,
Ed, get me some better seats, Ed, okay? You got some bad seats
Ed.
here. Ed, please. The great Carsoni says bad seats. What does Ed McMahon get for his boss?
And then you would hear, out of the blue, you would hear go tell Carol Rosenblum you want better seats.
That's good. Yeah. Okay, so then this year, and let's look at the storyline a little bit. Corey, JD, I'm going to bring you in here a little bit. You got 2 quarterbacks here, and you had a young quarterback there, Vince Ferragamo, when you played on your team, and a young guy that was just starting out. I think his name was Terry Bradshaw or something, was his first Super Bowl, I believe. You got Sam Darnold here, who has played around a few different teams, Corey. What's his background? He gets cut, it seems, too soon sometimes.
Yeah, he was drafted 3rd overall to the Jets, and he had a horrible time there. Near the end, he got pinned with seeing ghosts because he was looking around too much and was making bad passes.
And then he literally said,
he was seeing ghosts against the Patriots. And then he went around as a journeyman vagabond, and he was just the backup at a bunch of places, ended up playing in San Francisco, and then last year went to the Vikings and won 14 games, and then this year went to Seattle and won 14 games.
You think they cut him too loose, Fred, from the Vikings?
Well, it looks
it looks that way.
It looks that way.
Justin Jefferson says so.
I like I like the Seahawks for that reason in
Sam
this
Darnold.
game. Yeah, I think the other kid,
Drake May.
He'll have his moment in the sun in this league because he's that good. But I think this game is going to be a sound stage for a coming out party for the Seahawks, and I'm rooting for him. I like Darnold.
I think we all are here, aren't we? All of us, the JD.
Yeah.
Rooting
Well, he
for
was an SC boy,
Oh, yeah.
And you're an East Coaster. I know you like Baltimore, JD. So give us a little background on Jake May. He's the youngest quarterback to start a Super Bowl, an MVP finalist, led these Patriots rebuilding thing from 3 wins, 14 losses to 14-3. That's really a turnaround.
Well, he is, and he's his second year. I can't even tell you too much about Drake May other than he's rebuilt the Patriots from a 3-14 to a 14-3 record. He's got a high efficiency rate. He's very athletic, so he's got some legs. He can make plays with his legs, which they're going to need. But I was going to ask, was Tom Brady, was it his sophomore year that he replaced Drew Bledsoe, and then the dynasty began there with the Tuck rule?
I think it might have been.
It's like all the parallels here with that, and then the last time the Seahawks played the Patriots in the Super Bowl, it was the infamous interception at the goal line that preserved the victory when Russell Wilson, they didn't give it to Marshawn Lynch.
Yeah.
It's kind of wild.
That was a weird deal. People were yelling, just give the ball,
run the ball
to the fullback. That guy was bigger than a Volvo. And he would have had a touchdown and an extra point for sure, but they didn't. They wanted to pass it for some weird reason. Coach's nightmare, and just you got the people up front. Push him across the line of scrimmage.
Push.
And you win the game, and that would have been his second.
Let's take a break real quick. Come back more with Fred Dreyer, JD, Jeremy Dayton, Corey Marino, yours truly, Michael Horn. The Fred Dreyer Show continues.
Are you nearly maxed out on your credit cards? It doesn't matter if you're using your credit cards for fun or to survive. At the end of the month, your statements come in, and you can either pay them or you can't. If you can't, late fees and interest rates get tacked on. And now you're struggling just to make the minimum payment due. Do you feel trapped? Am I talking to you? Good, because I personally researched some companies that can help you. They may be able to reduce your credit card balances by 50% and stop the late fees. If you qualify, please call our special debt hotline number right now for a complimentary free 5-minute consultation. Deal with your credit card problem now before it gets much worse and put more money back in your pocket. Trust me, I've been there too. Call right now.
800-475-7125. 800-475-7125. That's 800-475-7125.
You experiencing pain, back pain, shoulder, elbow, or hand pain, pain from a sports injury? If so, schedule a visit with Dr. Michael Sheps, the leading expert in laser therapy for pain management. Call 310-873-4422 or go to drsheps.com. Experience Epic T, the breakthrough laser therapy system that Dr. Sheps developed to make you pain-free in less time. Laser therapy is a non-invasive, safe, and effective in-office procedure that penetrates deep into your skin without damaging the tissue. It perfectly targets areas of pain to promote fast, natural healing. Relax your muscles, ease muscle spasms, joint stiffness, and arthritis pain while increasing blood circulation. For over 25 years, Dr. Sheps has helped Olympic athletes and sports enthusiasts alike get back in the game. Schedule your visit with Dr. Sheps at his Brentwood office in California. Call 310-873-4422 or visit drsheps.com. That's DRSHEPS.com. 310-873-4422.
Are you ready to make a difference for the environment while helping the visually impaired at the same time? Then donate your vehicle to Heritage for the Blind today by calling 800-785-9618. Every donated vehicle will either be properly recycled in an eco-friendly manner or given a new life through reuse. Donating your vehicle is easy. Simply call 1-800-785-9618 and Heritage for the Blind will do the rest. They'll even arrange for your vehicle to be picked up at no cost to you. And for a limited time, when you donate your car, you'll receive a $200 restaurant voucher and a 2-night, 3-day hotel stay at one of 50 locations. Call 800-785-9618 right now to schedule your tax-deductible vehicle donation and make a positive impact on the environment while helping others. Heritage for the Blind, where every car donation counts and every person makes a difference. Call 1-800-785-9618 now.
You found the Fred Dreyer Show, number 89, Fred Dreyer, all-pro defensive end, the acting legend, hunter for so many great years, starring in other major motion pictures and TV shows. He's one of the stars on not Friends, but what show were you on there in Boston?
Cheers.
Wasn't Cheers?
Cheers, that's right, yeah.
Oh, you
No,
said Friends. Yeah,
No,
I heard
it's not-
Cheers when you
we're
said
not
that.
Friends. On Cheers.
Yeah.
You're on Laverne and Shirley as well, too, as I recall. So a lot of stuff going in. Land's End, one of the first syndicated shows filmed entirely in Baja, California. I'm Michael Horn. Our producers, Corey Marino, Jeremy Dayton are here. Star of the show, Fred Dreyer. So, Fred, in the big game,
Yes.
is it different than the regular season? Do all the play calls come from the bench, come from the coaching staff? Do they come from the quarterback? Is it a combo of such? What do you think?
Well, I mean, the coach calls the plays. All defensive, offensive, and defensive coordinators are in the Rams' case. Ray Malavasi was the defensive coordinator. So all of our defenses, when Pittsburgh had control of the ball, all those defensive calls would come from the field through Jack Reynolds, the middle linebacker, and through Ray Malavasi, the coordinator. And all the offensive plays would come from Kenny Meyer, Ray Prohaska, or Chuck Knox, But it goes by real fast. You got to make hay while you can, and a lot of this stuff is a pig in a poke.
You've always played for some incredibly great coaches, not only in your college career. We've talked about that many times, but on the Rams alone, I mean, you had Chuck Knox you played for, am I right?
Yeah.
Ray Malavasi.
Yeah, Ray was the offensive. He was the head coach when we went to the Super Bowl.
He was the head coach.
Yeah.
Okay. So he brought you there.
Yeah,
Right.
but for the most part, it's what you want as an offensive coach is an opportunity to control the ball, and roll out your offense against the opposing defense. And sometimes that happens, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes the game is over by the third or fourth set of series of downs. And you just hope that you can hold on when you sense that it could be getting squirrely. And it's those big scores. I think we were talking at the break, 55-14. That game was over.
Well, you were just talking about how little plays will change the momentum, and it was the very first play of the game. The hike went over Peyton Manning's head with the Broncos against the Seahawks, and they got a safety on the very first play of the game.
Yeah.
And it was the Super Bowl was basically over from the first play being a safety, and they had all the momentum, and their defense, they had the Legion of Boom back then, and it's funny how we were talking about how closely related those teams, the Seahawks teams, when they were making to the Super Bowls, and the Patriots, because they're both back with defenses and quarterbacks that can get it done in crunch time.
Right.
We've got good defenses here in this game here, Fred, and when that happens, I just look at the game and I see momentum, and I get fired down when my team loses the momentum, because that's mostly in all sports, and in football especially, when a team starts to get the advantage and goes up a score or two scores, that momentum puts the more pressure on the team that's losing. I mean, you press a little bit harder, and all of a sudden another interception is thrown. I mean, that's a dangerous thing. You got to keep your cool here, I think, if you don't score first.
Well, you don't want to get in a habit of playing catch up.
Yeah.
You don't want to be sitting on a ton of real good ideas and plays, and without any opportunity to run your offense and get those points back.
Thus, in the playoff games leading up to the Super Bowl this year, you got a chance to go for a kick and 3 points. You're going to try the fourth down. Hey, it's a nice gambler's thing to try for the fourth down, but it'd be even nicer to have some points on the board and put some pressure on the other team, saying, "Oh, we're down by 3 already here. We got to come back."
Well, that's interesting, because you saw and heard, I think, the criticism.
Yep.
This last couple of weeks, where these two teams, Seattle and who was the other team that they played?
Denver.
was it Denver?
Houston before that.
It was Denver, and for the most part, they criticized him for not kicking a field goal, and realizing that the weather could change, and it was a self-fulfilling prophecy, And sometimes you say, I don't want to. I want to go for 7. I want to go for a touchdown here. I could go for 3 points, a field goal, but I'm going to shake the dice and I'm going to go for it, and it falls flat, and the other team gets the ball back, and you got yourself a long afternoon.
Well, I got a question for you, Fred, especially when it relates to like big games, because we're talking about Sam Darnold and Drake May. Drake May's in his second year. He's pretty much had nothing but success. I mean, he had a tough first year, but most quarterbacks do with rebuilding teams. There's no pressure on him. Everybody's counting the Patriots out. They have all year, so there's zero pressure. Sam Darnold is suddenly going from somebody who was kind of a cast-off and kind of had no pressure, but now all the pressure's on him. Would you rather go in as an underdog or as a favorite? And do you think it plays into the mentality? You talk about things snowballing. If he has one early mistake, could that pressure become a little bit overwhelming? Or like what would you rather be going into a game, the favorite or the underdog?
I'd rather have the ball at kickoff.
I knew you were going to say that.
And because everything else is secondary.
But some people do. It gets into their mind. You see it clearly on the field. Yeah.
Coaches can choke as well as quarterbacks and running backs and so forth. But what you really want to do, I know defensively, that's how I see the game. If Vince Ferragamo were here and Jackie Slater, they were the starting quarterback and the offensive tackle, for the Rams during the Super Bowl. And it would be great to hear the relationship between Vinny, the offensive line, the right tackle, and just to see how they measured out their chances of getting their offense off the ground, because we really believed, and the score history here holds itself true, is it was at the end of the third quarter we were ahead of Pittsburgh, and then suddenly, boom, two touchdowns and we were behind, and we had a couple opportunities to get on the board, never happened, and the rest of it is history, as they say.
Yeah, and the rest is history. And what about the coaching here? One more here. We got two fairly new coaches on their teams, Mike McDonald for Seattle and Mike Vrabel for the Patriots over there. And Mike Vrabel, they say, could be the first coach to win as both player and head coach for the same franchise for the Patriots. So how do you think these guys, the coaching staff, get a little nervous, or are they pretty firm and have to be firm to get the rest of the team relaxed and ready to go and play the game?
Well, the team's watching the leadership.
Yep.
And before the kickoff, coach comes in and preps the team, and just tells them that this game is yours. Go out and take it, and they go out on the field and they flip a coin, and if it's you, great. If it's not, you got to get the defense geared up to go back. I know most coaches when the ball is kicked, they want the ball, because sometimes they say, well, we're going to defer, and we're going to that usually falls flat. That's a vibrato that
you want the ball from the get-go, is what you're saying.
Well, sure, you want the ball
exactly.
You want the ball, and then you want to kick off to them after you've scored, and it's 7-0, and you want to make sure that your defense is geared and ready to go after them. And once you have the first step and the second step, then that creates the momentum. It's tough to say, we're going to defer. That deferment is something that it could kill you right away.
But don't you think? Well, real quick though, because the pushback on that, I've always heard, especially in big games, and just some of the big games I played in, there is more nerves, and nerves affect the offensive players more than the defense, no? So wouldn't you want to put your defense out there while the nerves are still high, let them go out there when they can just like have that surge of adrenaline, shut down the offense, then get the ball first in the second half?
Well, some would, some wouldn't. That's what makes it interesting. Both are viable choices. You just got to look and see how you want to send the message to your offense. You want to be the leader on the field, but yet you want to turn leadership over to the team on the field.
Yeah, I think team construction also matters. If the offense got you there to the Super Bowl, then yeah, you want to start with it. But if the defense, maybe you want to stop them. I think it all depends.
Well, then in this case, both teams are defensive teams.
Yeah.
All right, follow Fred on Instagram at Fred_Dryer, Facebook.com, The Real Fred Dryer. Email him, FredDryer at CRNTalk.com, FredDryer at CRNTalk.com. More Super Bowl prep here for you on The Fred Dryer Show. Thanks for joining us.
Meet Lee Platts, a renter whose possessions fill not only her apartment, but also the darkest corners of a mini storage unit. A land of both truth and fiction. Truth, everything inside is protected by Progressive. Fiction, one day Lee will fit into her clothes from senior year of high school. Renters, discover coverage for what you love and what you can't get rid of in Progressive's Protection Zone. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers.
What's better than a great conversation? How about a great conversation paired with amazing cheese? At HarmonyCheese.com, we craft the perfect bite. Wisconsin-made, rich, creamy, delivered straight to your door. Even On Point Live's own Vince Ferragamo is hooked on our Parmesan. And here's a treat for CRN Talk listeners. Get 10% off your order at HarmonyCheese.com with code CRN Talk. Go to HarmonyCheese.com. Use the code CRN Talk. HarmonyCheese.com. Touchdown! Vince Ferragamo is inviting you to experience the taste of victory, not on the field, but in your glass. From NFL quarterback to winemaker, Vince Ferragamo has brought the same passion and dedication that lit up stadiums to crafting world-class wines. At Vince Ferragamo Vineyards, you'll find award-winning Italian varietals, including the luxurious Super Tuscan blend Caressa J, bold Primitivo, elegant Pinot Nero, and rich Sangiovese. All gold medal and 90-plus point winners. Perfectly paired with food, cheese, or enjoyed on their own, these wines bring a touch of Italy to your table. Why wait? Make tonight a celebration. Visit VinceFerragamoVineyards.com now and experience the magic of fine wines crafted by a true legend. That's VinceFerragamoVineyards.com. Vince Ferragamo Vineyards, where fine wine meets greatness.
The smartest way for you to get the lowest prices on your plane tickets, domestic or international, is to call SmartFares first or last, but you've got to call us before you book your plane tickets. Fly anywhere in the world, fly anywhere in the U.S., and SmartFares can save you up to 75% on your plane tickets. We have the lowest airline ticket prices on over 500 airlines, and you've got a great 12-hour free cancellation window. Plus, with our live agent help, you can always get fast help and fast answers. So on your next trip, maybe today, maybe tomorrow, how about right now? Pick up your phone and call SmartFares, plus save up to 75% on your plane reservation. So call right now. 800-915-2644, 800-915-2644, 800-915-2644, 800-915-2644.
welcome back here to the one and only Fred Dreyer Show, the all-pro defensive end, the acting legend. I'm Michael Horn, along with our producers Corey Marino and JD Jeremy Dayton. And we're talking about Super Bowl coming up here this weekend, Super Bowl weekend. And
exciting stuff,
now that
Mike.
you're out of the game, what's that?
It's exciting stuff.
It's exciting stuff. And now that you've retired, Fred, let's get into the fan side of things. Obviously, you don't get as pumped up for the Super Bowl as when you were playing it. It was part of your life getting down there on the field. But do you go to Super Bowl parties? Do you just turn the TV on at home and relax? What's a typical Fred Dreyer Super Bowl watch day?
Well, I'm with my started off by when I got out of Ram Purgatory. I made sure that I was around people that rooting for the Rams, and,
right.
And we just go at it that way,
Okay.
Yeah.
But do you go to parties now? Do you sometimes?
Well, no.
Well,
you're going to be around. You're going to be around people that you're going to have fun, and that's the operative. They play 56. What is the 60th one? They 60. Play 60 freaking football games, once a year. And so it's not like you got to wait a lifetime to get your football Jones,
35 and 47.
Okay, so we thought we'd ask for a little bit of help from you and play now a little bit of time now to go to the expert, the Fred Dreyer Show, where we talk about what Fred likes for a Super Bowl. Let's say you go to a party, Fred, and I know you try to eat healthy, but let's take a look here. The best Super Bowl spreads. Are you a tortilla chip kind of guy, a nacho kind of guy? What do you like better, the queso and the nachos?
I do like nachos, the corn one.
Nachos?
Without salt, because I don't want to have to slug down a bunch of alcohol to wash it down.
There you go. See, and you cut back on the alcohol.
We have guacamole. Guacamole is always a taste treat.
Big deal. That's
treat,
good.
Mike.
So
it's a taste treat.
Guac over queso, then, right? And no processed cheese. Am I right?
No, you just get mozzarella cheese or whatever it is that you like, and and then have a nice pick out a spot and put all your food where you're sitting. So when you get up, people will realize someone's sitting there. They're not going to argue with you about it. Otherwise, you're walking around, the entire day for like 8 hours. What's it?
Just standing up.
8 or 10 hour day.
Fred, so if you had a pick, do you like the ranch dip, or a nice French onion dip better?
Well, I like a little bit of ranch. That's my.
Okay.
That's my.
So you like ranch?
That's my tip on.
Let me ask you this:
seasonings.
Okay, you played all over the league, and Buffalo, no exception. There, it gets cold and all that. Mother Bellum Lisa at the Anchor Bar created the Buffalo chicken wings. That's where they started. When you were there, did you always make it a point to go to the Anchor Bar or some place where they had the true, one and only Buffalo chicken wings?
No, you want to stay away from there, Mike.
Boneless.
Too much work?
Well,
greasy, too much work for you?
You're asking for
Buffalo
a fight.
chicken wings.
You're asking for a fight.
Ranch dressing.
Mike,
you can use the ranch dressing on there. Okay, I got you.
You're looking for
I'll lay off it.
That's what you're looking for.
Okay, so going with your ranch pick. Apparently, according to Corey and JD, they did some research. The top ranch states are West Virginia, Kentucky, Ohio, Indiana, South Dakota. The least popular, Hawaii, Florida, California. I can't believe that, in New Mexico. So, and if you're going to have a drink, what do you order? Like one beer you'll have maybe during the game, because you're not a huge drinker. Do you like, a beer with it? Do you like a cocktail of some kind?
I like a beer with my guacamole. And it's a nice taste treat, but I don't. I time myself. I have a 1 or 2 beers before I pick my seat out, and then I slide down, and then I don't have anything to drink for a quarter, let's say, and.
Okay, so
So
you kind of go easy on the beer.
Yeah, because I give myself the benefit of the doubt.
What do you prefer? What's your beer of choice if you're going to pick a beer? You like a Mexican style lager?
Well,
or what do you
that's
like?
always good, you know. A Mexican style lager, that's fine. But frankly
You like Guinness too, don't you?
I was going to say I like Guinness, and I either bring it myself, a 6-pack of it myself, or I just let it kind of like have it materialize on the side of where I'm sitting.
Got another magic trick.
Now you've seen a lot of commercials and things of that nature, and I think we're going to see this during the Super Bowl as far as the ads go. But the most interesting man in the world has returned to talk about Dos Equis beer. He's much like you. He doesn't always drink beer, but when he does, he prefers Dos Equis. What's his favorite beer? I think
it is Dos Equis.
I think.
I prefer Dos Equis.
So apparently he hit his head when he was bailing out of a plane, as the commercial goes, and I don't think he knew who he was for a while, but he's back now.
Oh.
As the most interesting man in the world.
Is that right? Is that a fact?
Yeah, the mortgage on the
That's a
house
fact.
needs to be paid.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, God bless him. He's out there selling beer.
Okay, halftime. When you're playing the game, does the halftime appeal to you guys at all? No. You're in the locker room. You may be behind. You may be ahead. You're concentrating 100% on the game. You're not peeking out to see if Michael Jackson's out there performing or whoever it was when you played, right?
Well, I run red lights to get to see Bruno Mars.
How about this Bad Bunny? There's controversy now. Bad Bunny's a little, controversial. So Turning Point USA has unveiled their All-American halftime show. They're going to run it exactly the same time as the NFL Super Bowl 60 halftime. And who do we have as performers? I know Kid Rock is there. Am I right, Corey?
Yeah, Kid Rock
Brantley
and
Gilbert.
then Gilbert, and then there was another.
Lee Bryce is the only one up.
Lee Bryce and Gabby Barnett. Yeah, Barrett. Barrett, is it? Yeah, Gabby Barrett. So, and the show was created in response because the NFL selected Bad Bunny and as the official Super Bowl halftime headliner. And JD, there is some backlash on Bad Bunny. Am I right?
Well, yeah, there is. He said he's going to come out dressed up as a female or in a dress. He's pushing all of these alternative agendas that the right goes up against. But even as far as the Turning Point, the whole idea for that stemmed from Forrest Frank and Corey Asbury, two Christian singers who really wanted to create a halftime show that would glorify Jesus and give a chance to like really worship and not really think about all the things that divide us. But they met with Turning Point and realized that Turning Point had a different vision and it wasn't in coherence with theirs. So Turning Point's still doing theirs, but it's interesting that they say it's about faith, and it seems like it's going to be more of a nationalist thing, which is better than the alternative, what they're going to be showing at the Super Bowl. But I still wonder as far as what that's going to be like.
You can watch it on Real America's Voice and OAN news networks. They're going to stream it at the same time.
I'm going to tape it.
It's good.
Who performed at your Super Bowl, Fred? Do you know?
I don't know. You could.
I'll look it up.
Google
I'll look it up.
Yeah, look it up and let us know. See if it
half hour.
Did they have like the big show back then?
Yeah. Sure.
I think Johnny Carson was out there telling, well, Ed got us the seats here today, and it's good to see Fred Dreyer.
Yeah, Ed was really drunk by the time.
All-pro defensive end. Who is Fred Dreyer?
That's right, sir.
Thank you. That's right.
You are, sir.
You are correct, sir. So, also, let's talk a little bit here because there's still another game coming up in case you still love your football, and that's the Pro Bowl. And so thoughts have come across our desk here on the Fred Dreyer Show. How do you fix the Pro Bowl? It's like flag football now, Fred. Should we play a regular game where we actually do tackling? What do you think?
Well, first of all, that event is an embarrassment. And they ought to, if they're not going to do it right, if they're going to try and shove flag football with midgets down your throat, that you ought to just say, you know what, pull the plug on the whole deal. This is not American football.
Players make too much money now, so it's a liability for the owners. And players, they don't care. It used to be that would be a nice vacation. We'd go to Hawaii, we get paid extra money to play in the game. They don't have that incentive now.
Well, that was the second point, JD. And Fred, should they put it back in Hawaii? Did that make it more important?
I think they used to, when I was playing, we played ours in
Nova Scotia, didn't you?
New Orleans.
Okay, New Orleans. That's
Now,
a good place.
Pick it. It's a perfect Mardi Gras. Everything's really pushed together. It's really intense. You either do it in Miami, do it in New Orleans, or do it in Los Angeles. Take a pick of how you.
Miami, New Orleans, or Los Angeles. Good weather.
Or just reboot it every year.
You can do it in Las Vegas now.
To one of those three things.
Or do Vegas. You could do that also. And are we getting any comments here on, we do the show on video as well as audio. Or on YouTube. Check out our show on the CRN Talk YouTube channel. And the Fred Dreyer Show is there. You can watch it every week. And our podcast is available at any of your podcast platforms. Just search the Fred Dreyer Show. It'll come right up. Or as I mentioned earlier, on your smartphone, dial pound with the pound symbol, pound 250, hit send. When the call is answered, say, find my podcast. They'll ask you which one. And you say the Fred Dreyer Show. But so we're doing a video podcast, and we've got, we're on all the various streaming services that are going on. And we have our chat room open right now, our Facebook Live chat room. Any comments in there at all, Corey, for us that we should know about?
Yeah, Jenny Wilcox Chase said that the Grambling State University marching band played with what were they called? She missed that. They played for your halftime show.
The Grambling State University?
Up With People was the band that played with them. Up With People.
Yeah,
they didn't spend much on the halftime show, Fred.
Well, I mean, it was the 14th event.
Sure it was good.
Is anybody in that live chat excited about the Winter Olympics? Anybody here?
No.
You're not,
Fred,
Mike?
What do you think? Let's go to Fred. Fred, here's what I think, Fred.
Yes.
We want to get excited about it. We four should start our own curling team. I would love to have you push that disc down the ice and have me in front and JD and Corey cleaning that ice so we get it down there in the curling. I think that would be great, Fred.
While we're drinking,
While we're drinking.
They have a curling ring in Van Nuys where the LA Kings practice. That's where I used to play.
Really? You played curling?
I played, yeah.
You played
in a
curling?
league. I played in a league years ago, yeah.
That's phenomenal.
Yeah.
So, I think that's good.
When I worked in TV news, when it became an exhibition sport, they sent me to this town, Easton, Maryland, 50 miles away, said, go cover this sport. It's going to be in the Olympics this year, back in 1998. I had to learn it and do a story about it.
That's cool.
And I loved it.
Wait, hold on a second, JD. You never told us this story. You worked in TV news?
Yeah, WBOC TV. And NWA.
We got Fred Dreyer with the show on the air. Maybe we should put. Never mind. Sorry, Fred. I didn't mean to give him.
You won't be there, Mike.
Yes.
The three of us.
Thank you, Fred.
The three of us will fly in and we'll just do a tremendous cleanup act on this whole plow,
I love it.
Snow plow thing.
But first, we'll take a break. Come back with more on the Fred Dreyer Show. Stay with us.
Savor the past and savor the glory days of Las Vegas. Enjoy 70 years of true Las Vegas history as 4 generations of family wait to greet you at the legendary Bootlegger Italian Bistro. Wine, dine, and experience Mama Maria's award-winning original recipes while surrounded by original family photos and celebrity memorabilia. Enjoy piano artistry nightly with music from the Great American Songbook in our main formal dining room. The Bootlegger Italian Bistro, 7700 Las Vegas Boulevard South, in the entertainment capital of the world. The Bootlegger Italian Bistro, open 7 days a week. 7700 Las Vegas Boulevard South, in the entertainment capital of the world. It's Vegas, baby.
When you really want Italian food, you've got to get to Columbo's. Columbo's Italian Steakhouse, Colorado Boulevard, Eagle Rock, because it really is that little neighborhood place you wish was down the street from you. Ti voglio bene means I love you in Italian, and Columbo's means love at first bite, especially on Valentine's Day. Molto delicioso means very delicious while savoring Columbo's Italian family specialties, such as their classic lasagna or their out-of-this-world chicken parmesan, and don't forget their world-famous meatballs. Columbo's is exceptionally easy to enjoy any time of the year, but truly shines on Valentine's Day. Mouth-watering steaks, the freshest fish, service that's friendly that morning, easy on the wallet, and so easy to enjoy. Who needs complicated when Columbo's offers the simply delicious experience? It's the reason why it really is that little neighborhood place you wish was down the street from you. Columbo's, mangia bene.
What's better than a great conversation? How about a great conversation paired with unforgettable cheese? At Harmony Cheese, we don't just make cheese, we craft moments. Wisconsin-made, rich, creamy, bursting with flavor. Our cheeses turn any gathering into a celebration. Whether it's our fan-favorite cheddar or our bold new 6-pepper cheese, every bite is a harmony of taste and tradition. And now, CRN Talk listeners get an exclusive treat, 10% off your first order at harmonycheese.com with the code CRNTalk. That's CRN Talk. Don't wait. Stock your fridge. Impress your friends. Just treat yourself. Our new gift boxes are the perfect way to say I care without saying a word. Wrapped, ready, and guaranteed to wow. HarmonyCheese.com. Taste the conversation. Share the love. That's HarmonyCheese.com. Say CRN Talk. There you have it. Everything you need to know about the Super Bowl and more, not only just for the game, but actually snacking and other things as well, too. Where to watch some of the halftime festivities going on. By the way, some stats are out this year, Corey, and I'd like to get to Fred to talk about this. ACL study analysis. Tears, they say, are on the decline. Is that true?
Yes. Let me find where that.
And why is that? Because there's more natural grass back there. Fred's a big proponent of natural grass and not artificial turf.
I think it has to do with the more natural grass, and then just them figuring how to take care of the ACL a little better.
Well, you have a lot of play coming at within the first 24 yards of the kickoff, and so they're doing what they can to do it. I didn't like it, but if it's such a small part of the game, they're able to return the kickoffs. That's for sure. And they've done a good job in that regard. But the real issue is they've got people who are getting hurt because their feet are sticking to the AstroTurf.
There you go.
What they should be doing, I said it again, I'll just say it this one time, and that is get rid of AstroTurf.
There you go.
Just get rid of it, and have the game rotated between 3 venues that have natural turf.
And quick note on that, as far as ACLs, one of the biggest draws of this year's Winter Olympics is Lindsey Vonn, who just tore her ACL, but a doctor says it's a lot more possible to ski than it is to play football, so she's still going to be able to go.
Wow.
Last chance at gold.
That'll be a nice deal.
That'll be good.
I hope she wins it.
And JD may participate this year, we understand, in the curling championships. Maybe Fred and I will be sweeping the floor for you out there.
I got to tell you, Mike, I'm going to be as far away from you that day.
That's our show, ladies and gentlemen. If you miss anything, check it out. Don't forget the podcast now, pound 250. Say, find my podcast, and say The Fred Dreyer Show. All right? And follow Fred. Email him, Fred Dreyer at crntalk.com. Final thoughts from you, Fred Dreyer.
Well, listen, the gang's all here. Let's play ball.
See you next week.
If anyone should ask, you're listening to CRN Digital Talk Radio. News this hour from Town Hall. I'm Keith Peters in Washington. Fulton County, Georgia has filed a federal court motion looking to retrieve